Hi everyone, I'm Barker and welcome back to my crafting YouTube channel. And this week, I'm getting ready for my monthly stall. So once a month, I have a small table at a neighbouring town in a little craft market / fair. It's nothing big or fancy, just a little local fair that goes on every month. And what I mainly sell on this stall are the makes you see made here on this channel. Now, everything I make on this channel is essentially a prototype, whether it be a cartoon character brought to life, an interpretation of a real life person or a real life object, or my most popular series, an AI crocheted image brought to life. Like I said, these are all prototypes because at the end of the day, I'd like to have a large library of patterns available. And that's what I would really like to go forward doing. I'd like to be making patterns more than anything else. As I said, these videos that you see here, they create one prototype, but that's a prototype and that's only notes on a pattern. So then off camera, I will have to rework the entire piece, checking all my notes, and that leaves me with 2 prototypes for every one item that I make on this YouTube channel. Now, if by some miracle absolutely everything in my notes is correct, there's been no miscounts, no missed rows, no missed details, I don't have a magic intuition about making a piece in a different way, then that's only 2 prototypes lying about my house for every make. But that doesn't happen. So most times I end up with 3 makes for everything you see on this channel. So obviously, unless I want my house to turn into a soft toy fortress, I need to get rid of them. And at the very least, recuperate some of the cost of the yarn, because I don't get any money from being on here, not yet. And like I say, the library of patterns, they're slowly building. So the larger crochet items I make, like the AI to reality, I mean, they just take one person to fall in love with them and they can go like that. I mean, Madame Cat from last week sold immediately on this last store that I did. And over Christmas, I shifted Pride the Lion, Sweetness the Dragon, and I think there was another big doll that went as well. But obviously on this channel you've seen me do other little makes, like when I test out free patterns that I found on Pinterest. Now these things are smaller and I have difficulty selling them. And not only that, being a crafting mum means that I have created crafting children, so they always want to do activities with me as well, like making bracelets, colouring things in, drawing pictures, yada yada yada. And then all this stuff builds up as well. And then said children want to also sell on my stall. The thing is, these smaller items, they don't really attract an audience of people who want to buy them. And they've ended up just sitting on the stall, despite the fact that they're like £1, £2 at the most. That's where they stick. They just stay there on the stall. So going forward, I thought I'd try something new. So my idea is to create a mystery roll. Yeah, I know that sounds a bit confusing right now, but we'll go into more details as we go through it. So basically, I want something where I take a dice, you roll it, and then the number corresponds to a type of make that you get. As I say, I'll sort out the details as we go. But for now, I need a container. So we're going to start with a box. So I found this lovely, but slightly broken jewellery box in a local charity shop, £5, absolute bargain. So with much effort, I managed to pry off the front half of the lid. And then I had to have my husband help me dismantle the hinge. It took a lot of effort. And thank goodness I'd already decided to leave the back side of the top on so I could stick a sign or a label on it, because I really don't think I could have done this twice. So I'm going to apply a coat or two of gesso to this box, just because I'm going to be using like basic acrylic paint. So while it is a good quality paint, it's not really designed to go on thickly and opaquely on a project like this. So I'm going to give it a leg up, do a layer of gesso. And yes, I know I have not taped up the metal edging, but that's not something I'm going to regret, because I've got a plan for that as well going forward. Now I've chosen orange for the box because, well, basically it's an eye-catching colour and I quite like it. I think I ended up doing a total of 4 coats on this box, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now, detail work. I'm using here a blue Posca pen, and I am putting question marks all over it because this is a mystery roll game /buy/thing. I've chose blue because it's the colour opposite to orange, so these little question marks will really pop on it as well. And I'm planning on doing some like blue inlays inside the box as well, just to bring everything together. Okay, the sign. What to put on it. So I know I want to call it mystery roll. And we're going to be including the dice. Price. We say 50p a go, but also 1 go free with each purchase. That'll be nice. Now, why use a dice? Why make this a mystery roll instead of a basic lucky dip? Well, that's because of a certain child of mine. Twin One here. Hello. Twin One is absolutely obsessed with any mystery products. I mean, I'll put up an image here of her shelf full of Mariah Elizabeth's mystery items. She also loves all of the Miniverse things that are all mysteries, and she loves all of these like sticky rolls that are all mysteries as well. So I've took a lot of guidance from Twin One when it's come to this box, and one thing she's really keen on with her mysteries are tiers, where you get common items, rare items, and ultra rare items. So that's where the dice comes in. If you roll a 1, 3, or 5, you get a common item, which should be like something like a beaded bracelet or a simple key ring. Things that I've made mainly with children, or like fridge magnets, daft little clay things. A lot of like projects that we've done together.
Yeah.
Now, if you roll a 2 or a 4, you get
a
rare, which will be like smaller crocheted items, or like the leather bracelets. Basically, items that have needed additional products bought for them, where I've been mucking around with other crafts, sort of like that. Now, if you roll a 6,
you get an ultra rare.
If you didn't hear that, that is a ultra rare. Well, these will be the slightly bigger crocheted items mainly. So things that can be used as bag charms, things that would be too big to be keychains. Right, now that's all sorted, I'm going to get everything wrapped into tissue paper. Just to make it easier on myself, I decided to colour coordinate everything as well. So if everything falls out in my bag, I'm going to know how to put it all back together. Now, I could have called this video quits right here. Why are you still here? Okay, I guess she's staying. But as this craft channel tends to have a focus on crochet, I thought This mystery roll box needs a crocheted die. And that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to put the instructions up for you, and we are going to make some squares on the round that we're then going to join up and turn into a die. Now, I could have done this as one solid 3D shape, like done it all in one go, but I wanted to use 3 different colours, and I wanted to just use from my scrap bag, which means that they're all going to be slightly different thicknesses. So if I do 6 individual squares for the 6 sides of the dice, then I don't have to worry about all the threads being slightly different. All I'll need to do is say add or detract around to get to the same size. Okay, let's move on to how we make a square on the round. We're going to start with an adjustable ring, and then into that ring we're going to put 4 double crochet. This is your first round. Your second round starts with a chain 1, and you now put 3 crochet in each of these 4 stitches, taking your stitch count to 12. Onto your third row, start again with chain 1, put 1 double crochet into your first stitch, 3 double crochet into your second stitch, and 1 double crochet into the stitch after that. Repeat this pattern a total of 4 times. At the end of this row, you will have 20 stitches. Now onto your next row. Again, start it with a chain 1. Again, 1 double crochet into your first stitch, 3 double crochet into your second stitch, and this time you need to place 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. This takes your stitch count up to 28. Now for most of my squares I just got to stop here, but for one of my yarns it was a bit thinner, so I did need to do an additional row. I'll take you through that one, and then you can see how the pattern is progressing as well, so you'll know how to increase if you want to keep making larger and larger squares. So again, we start with 1 double crochet in your first stitch, 3 in your second, and this time we are doing 5 double crochets over the next 5 stitches. This pattern needs to be repeated 4 times, taking your stitch count to 36. So if you wanted to then go bigger or keep on expanding your square larger and larger and larger, you need to increase your rounds by 8 each time, which means that you are increasing the number of single crochets you do after your cluster of 3 crochets at your corner by 2. So if we were going to do another round after this one, we would do 1 double crochet, 3 double crochet into the corner, followed by 7 single double crochets in the next 7 stitches. Right, now I've got all 6 of my squares done. I'm going to use yet another colour yarn and join them up with just a double crochet on the edges, just working across. I didn't keep count, but yeah, you get it. I also put some cardboard in just to give the die a little bit more stiffness, and there was a bit of poly stuffing also in the middle just to help it maintain its shape. I then just got some thread and I did basic cross stitches to put all of the numbers on. Right, Right, so was this mystery roll box a hit? Yes, it was. It was really popular. I'm really happy about it. But about halfway through my stall, I got told that I had to take the dice element away from it. My craft fair that I attend is in a church, and apparently, even though each roll was a guaranteed prize, it's classed as gambling. I'm not gonna argue with it. It's the rules of the place. It is what it is. So I simply took the die away and instead just ran it as a mystery lucky dip instead. So I'll need to change some of the signage for next month, but I do think I'm going to keep doing it because that way I get to keep making daft little things with my kids. Keep making daft little odd makes on this channel, and I don't have to worry about the costs of anything or a forever mounting amount of crochet products and art products just cluttering up my entire house. And I'll see you guys next week.